Welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for clicking on this video, and if you've been here before, thanks for following our journey. My name's Jo Ray. My husband and I have been on a venture of learning everything there is to know about market farming, and we are taking you along for the journey. And part of this learning venture is learning from other farms and successful farms, and that's what we're going to show you in today's video. Earlier this spring, we took a family road trip over to Kalispell, Montana, and our channel is all about growing veggies in Montana and how uniquely different it can be in different areas of Montana and just in the state in general. So anyways, we took a family trip over to Kalispell this last spring break, and when we got there, we drove past some properties, and specifically North Shore Farm, which is where we're going to take you today, and our minds were kind of blown. They have a farm store there, they have a massive amount of fields, they have a big operation there, they sell a lot of produce, they grow a lot of produce, and they do it really well. So we called them up and they said, okay, come out for a tour. So we are very grateful to Ted and his wife who run the business for letting us come out and learn from them. And we're going to show you all about it in this video over in Summers, Montana. I am here today with Ted at North Shore Farm in Summers, Montana, and oh my gosh, he has so much going on. Like, I'm so excited just thinking about it and listening to a little bit as we were talking before we started. The growing conditions here in this part of Montana are so much different than where we live. So he's going to kind of tell us and take us on a tour of his place today, which is really cool. So Ted, what are your big crops that you focus on?
We grow a lot of everything, but I would say like as far as acreage goes, like strawberries, corn, potatoes, pumpkins. Those are a few of the big ones.
I've seen you on Instagram and you have a couple of big greenhouses and you grow a lot of stuff in there. When do you start your stuff inside those greenhouses? That's probably a mixed question. So you probably do.
We're zone I think 5A,
Okay.
something like
And
that.
we're zone, I think 4B.
Or we don't start in the actual high tunnels.
Yeah.
So we have a nursery greenhouse,
Okay.
or we have two nursery greenhouses, but one of them's heated. So we start in the heated one. Usually the first things we'll start are going to be late February.
Okay.
Some of that will be seeded in like the heated nursery.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of it, and then seeded into like flats, cell trays.
Cell trays.
And then some of it will be direct seeded in the greenhouses. Not much, but like carrots and peas
Some of that stuff that can handle it.
and scallions,
Okay.
things like that.
Nice. And I saw one of your greenhouses, which I'm hoping we get to go in there, but you have like tomatoes and eggplant and those sort of really frost sensitive plants. When do you plant those in there?
It's going to be the end of April, like late April.
Okay.
Yeah. So the plants in the nursery, we do pot them up. So we start them in very small cells and then transplant them into larger pots. We only do that one time. And then after that, when they get too big to be in the nursery house, we're constantly planting in there. So we run out of space pretty quick. And those plants get really big really fast. So that's going to be right about like maybe April 20th, April 25th.
Okay.
It's still freezing outside, but we still put them in there. It doesn't freeze like every single night, but we're gonna get frost up until even in June. We can get frost like June 10th, maybe could potentially freeze. But this year we haven't had one since probably early May.
That's nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen often, but it did happen this year. And then you pull row cover over them,
Okay.
so they're hooped and then row covered with super heavy row cover.
Oh, okay. Inside of the high tunnel
Uh-huh.
or the big greenhouse.
Yep. And then if it was gonna be like super cold, like I'm thinking my low 20s, then I would have to run sprinklers
Inside it.
inside.
Okay.
But I think the row cover is pretty good. Um, if the outside temperature is going to be down to like 28, I think it would still not frost in the high tunnel without the row cover. So I'd say like from like 28 to 24, maybe somewhere in there is where the row cover would really save it. But the row cover is nice just because it helps enhance the growing conditions. It keeps it a bit warmer,
Yep.
that kind of thing. So
So when you're growing things, like that's what you do for like your tomatoes in your greenhouse, you're saying?
So we had everything. So tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplant, peppers, squash, the beans.
When do you think it's safe to start trellising in there since you're kind of covering and uncovering, it sounds like?
So what we would do is we would leave the row cover on until the plants started to kind of like flop over and then like vine onto the ground.
Okay.
That's when they need to be trellised.
Yep.
So we don't trellis them at first. We plant them in there and we cover them without trellising. And then when it's time to trellis, when they're getting to that size, you pull the cover and then we start to trellis. So then if we did get a frost, we would have to run sprinklers at that point.
So do you have sprinklers already like set up inside of your greenhouse?
We have wobbler lines on oboe hose,
Oh, okay.
main lines, and they're really easy to set up. Like 2 people could set the line up in 10 minutes probably.
Okay.
And that's really important to have. But the wobbler is just running in there. It's kind of a misting. It's not really a mist, but they're very small droplets, and they add a lot of humidity. The water temperature itself is like 50 degrees maybe, so that water going through the air when it gets really cold is going to heat the hair up.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to go to the greenhouse. But out here you have strawberries, corn. What kind of corn is this? Do you know? What's the variety?
Yeah, it's a bicolor. This one is temptress.
Temptress.
Uh-huh.
Do you like
And
that one?
I do like that one. Yeah. We've grown a lot of different varieties. This one so far I think is the one I'm going to stick with. Yeah, we'll keep trialing other ones, but
Mm.
yeah, this is a good corn. So
Okay.
yeah,
So you have this patch, and do you do just this variety this year, or do you have another one somewhere else?
just this varieties.
Temptress.
Yeah, I think. Uh, yeah, there's other varieties that work as well, but yeah, we're gonna just stick with this one for now.
Okay. I'm
It works.
curious too.
Yeah,
Are these ever bearing or June bearing?
everything's June bearing.
June bearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what kind this of your
There's
starter?
6 different varieties.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay. That's okay. I don't need to know.
I've trialed a lot, but these are the 6 that we found that consistently make it through the winter without covering. So
Whoa.
they look
Really?
we leave it just like this all winter,
No way.
and hopefully you get a good snow layer on it to insulate it. But yeah, these make it through the winter
That's
and
cool.
produce fairly well.
So were these planted last year or prior?
These ones were planted 2 years ago.
Okay.
They were planted 2 years ago, and then we have another patch that was planted last year,
Okay.
and then we have another patch that we just planted.
And I see you're doing like you did the plastic weed mulch with the tractor, and then you have the other plastic around it. Do you like that method? That looks kind of nice.
Yeah, we've tried everything, and this seems to be the way to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is all reusable for years,
Yeah.
so it's an investment, but
Yeah. Everything's on the plastic.
yeah, everything in this field, I used to avoid that stuff like the plague. I really don't like using it.
You're dealing with such a big space.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to use it. Everything does seem to grow better on it, so I think the heat that it provides, the moisture retention that it provides, and then the weed suppression that it provides, there's those benefits. If you grow on drip without it, if you grow on drip tape without it, and everything in this whole field is drip tape.
Yep.
Everything in our other field is all overhead sprinkler.
Oh, okay.
So we have the 2 fields divided into irrigation zones. But if you grow without plastic mulch using drip tape, when you go through and hoe, you end up chopping up your drip tape.
I could see that. Yeah.
And then on this much space,
That's a lot of connectors.
that's a lot of repairing. It's a lot of fittings. You have to install them. You have to remove them.
Yep.
Anyway, the mulch is nice because the drip tape's under there and it never gets cut by a hoe. And so it's set up, and then the drawback is that you have to take care of the weeds in between the beds.
Yep.
You can use the ground fabric, the weed fabric,
Mm-hmm.
or you can cultivate with a tractor.
Is that what you're doing over here? Is the
Yeah.
tractor cultivation?
Yep.
I see that. That looks pretty awesome. Look at that corn. That looks great. When did you plant this? Do you know?
I want to say May 15th,
Wow.
something like that. And then this was covered. Cover was left on until we could see the corn like pushing up on the cover. So then we pulled the cover off and like immediately have to take care of the weeds.
I bet.
Anytime we cover anything, we try to leave the cover on as long as possible and only take it off when we absolutely have to take care of the weeds, because they grow better under the cover just like the crops do.
Are these like under low tunnels, like with a hoop?
We use metal hoops about every 6 feet, and it's just like a little arced
Yep.
hoop.
Yep.
It's kind of like those tunnel plastic hoops, but so we put the hoops in about every 6 feet,
Yeah.
and then we have covers that fit the entire lot.
Oh, okay.
It covers 12 beds
Okay.
end to end.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's hoops. We use super duper heavy duty covers. They're very heavy. You have to use hoops underneath of them.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll smother the crop. It'll kill it.
Gotcha.
So Yeah, and those covers, I do like them because A, they're heavy, provide frost protection, heat, everything.
Yep.
But here, because we're so windy, it provides a lot of wind protection, and I think that's almost even more of a benefit. And then it also keeps the bugs off. So, like with our broccoli, cabbages, any of the cole crops, they get seed beetles when they're sitting there really cold. When you first put them out in the spring, they're really cold. They're stressed out in transplant shock. The beetles like just can get really bad,
Okay.
and then it basically stunts them for the whole rest of their life. So with the covers, it keeps that problem out. So you're solving like many problems using a row cover.
Yep.
The downside is that it's a lot more labor, it's expensive, that kind of thing. So, but it's totally worth it. We have the labor to do it. We have the means to do it. So yeah, we leave that on as long as we can, and then pull it off and cultivate immediately because the
Okay.
weeds will be huge.
Yeah, I bet they will
So,
be.
yeah.
Um, is there like a specific heavy row cover you buy that won't get just taken away in this wind?
Any cover the wind will take any cover, but we use the DuPont. I think it's called Typar,
Okay.
and I think Nolts is the only one that carries it. So it's super expensive, but it's very durable, and we've been using the same covers now for this is either 7 or 8 years,
Oh, wow.
and they're still in great shape.
Good.
You know, we have other types around that are like shredding and ripping. We've thrown so much away.
Yeah.
It's just shredded in the wind. That's not that cover. So that
Nice.
cover works really well. I
Okay.
I hope there's other ones out there, but
That's what you
that's
use.
what I would use. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for that. I discovered Nolts this year, like the
Mhm.
company. And like,
Mhm.
they have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So you have employees, it looks like?
yeah. These guys right here. Yeah, they're going through weeding everything. We're gonna do this entire field, and then we go to the back field and do that,
Yeah.
and that'll probably be all day tomorrow.
Is this the 3 foot or the 4 foot mulch?
This is 4 foot.
This is the 4 foot.
Mhm.
Okay.
And the bed tops are 28 inches.
Okay. Nice. And is there 2 lines of drip tape I see?
Here there is. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Here there is because there's gonna be 2 rows. The pumpkins right there, that's all single line of drip
Gotcha.
because it's
Okay.
only 1 row.
There's 1 row. Yep. For your double drip, what's this gonna end up being? Is this corn?
There'll be more corn, and then we're gonna probably fit a broccoli planting in right here.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, this is coming down to the last couple plantings of the year, so
Isn't that kind of a nice feel?
yeah, it's great. And then, we have a little bit of space. We have this space, we have a little space down there, but
Mm-hmm.
we pretty much filled it up what we're gonna need this year, and then everything else that's not planted has been cover crops at this point. So we just finished doing that yesterday.
Gotcha.
So the cover crops are now in, and
Do you overhead sprinkle that?
the timing the planting is crucial. Like you have to time it early enough in the year when the soil still has moisture, and then if you can time it right before a rain.
Okay.
So we have to go by. There's a window of opportunity, and in that window of opportunity, you look for like a nice rainfall to come in, and then we seed that.
Okay.
Yep, because we don't have irrigation for it. So.
Uh-huh. So it has to get rained on. I see. So did you say this is squash, pumpkins, both?
Yeah, it's winter squash and pumpkins.
Okay.
It's kind of a mix of all those things.
Do you have a favorite of the winter squash eating?
I like butternut.
You do.
Buttercup's good. Delicata's great. I like spaghetti.
Okay.
Acorn's pretty good. Yeah, they're good.
You
I
like
like
a
all
lot.
of them.
Okay.
Butternut's probably my favorite though.
I do like that one too.
Hmm.
Nice. Well, this looks awesome.
Yeah, and then here's watermelons, cantaloupes, tomatoes.
Okay. How do your melons and cantaloupes do out here?
Pretty good. We get real consistent watermelons. We only put in one planting. There's only time to grow one planting of melons.
Yeah.
Uh, Cantaloupes, they are usually consistent, but every once in a while we have a year where they don't do well. They never really ripen all the way. So
Okay.
yeah,
Do you get in there and prune those at all or just let them go?
we just let them go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to know.
And the tomatoes, some years we'll stake them, some years we won't. I don't think we're going to have time to stake them this year.
Okay.
Our main tomatoes are actually in the greenhouses on string trellis. So these are just kind of a backup for Like when we take the tomatoes out of the greenhouses because we need to turn that over into a new planting of something for the fall or the winter, then we have these ones.
Cycle back.
And we might not even use these.
Oh,
I don't know.
nice.
But
It's a bushing variety, I'm guessing.
yeah,
That
it's a determinate bush variety, something that's really quick, like maybe like a I don't know what maybe like a 70 or 75-day tomato, something like that. I'm not sure of the days, but yeah, they ripen consistently. We usually get them starting about September 10th,
Yep.
and then we usually have about 2 weeks before they frost kill. Sometime around October 1st, we're gonna get our killing frost.
Yep.
So it could come before that a little bit, but we'll get at least 2 weeks of harvesting off these if we even need them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, it's
so
nice to have that backup.
yep.
If you did stake them, would you do like a Florida weave or what would you?
Florida weave, yeah, and I would use T-posts.
Yep.
Um, and I would put a post probably every third plant would be okay.
Okay.
Every second plant's really nice, but every third plant works fine. And then the bell peppers they're really nice. We always get
Oh, I
a
see that.
really nice picking of bell peppers.
Do you guys?
Yeah,
Nice.
and ripe ones too. I mean, they're really big, really huge, blocky red ones.
Oh, nice.
So, um, I love that. And then our eggplant usually do really well outside too.
Nice.
So, and all these things were covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you had it like all covered, the whole.
Yeah, just where the ground fabric is, that was
Okay.
covered. Um, and we didn't put the ground fabric down first. We pulled the cover, cultivated it, then put the ground fabric down. If we were like really on top of it, well, if we had had time when we planted this, I would have put the ground fabric down at the same time as planting. Cultivating between the mulch doesn't take very long. It's really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice. Is this a certain type of weed fabric from a certain place that you've come to like?
yeah, Notes has it. I think this came from Rainflow,
Okay.
which is another good supply house. But anyway, yeah, this is 3 foot wide, and we buy this stuff by the pallet. Many pallets come in. But as you can see, like way across there's our new strawberry patch.
Oh wow, way over there.
And that is all weed fabric.
Very nice.
There's a staple every 6 feet.
So you pick strawberries, which I don't think we talked about, but that's pretty cool. So the front one we saw was you pick. Will you pick that one as well? Way back there?
Yeah. We usually, like the first year that the patch comes in, like, so that new patch that we just planted, we will pick that patch ourselves as long as we possibly can. And then when we just get so busy and we start falling behind on weeds and everything else, because the strawberry picking takes a really long time, it's labor intense.
Yeah.
So we like to, when they first come in, we pick as hard as we can. We keep the markets all supplied as long as we can. And then when we finally go and do other things that need to be done, at that point, that's when we'll open that up for you pick.
Okay.
And then we also have these other 2 patches.
So you have this big growing space inside this. Is this an 8-foot tall fence?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said you have another big growing space and then the greenhouses. Is that right?
Right.
Am I missing another space?
Well, there's the cattle. We have the cows. We have the pigs. We don't have any chickens at the moment,
Okay.
but they're coming in like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do meat chickens. We do have some nice garlic this year.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
I am really glad that it did come in really well for us this year because I think the last 4 years we basically had a crop failure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think?
It was where we were planting it. We were planting it in the back field,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we have some pH. Like there's some alkaline pockets in the soil. This is all floodplain. There's some low spots.
Gotcha.
And so in the early spring or after big storms, there's some ponding water.
Yeah.
And you can really see the alkali coming out, that white powder. So anyway, I think that's what was doing it. And
Okay.
the garlic just didn't like that spot. And I moved it out here, put on these raised beds,
Yeah.
and it really has gone all
Oh,
this.
great. Look at those thick stalks too. Do you know what your pH is here? I know that very.
Yeah, it's like 8.1,
It
maybe
is?
8.2.
Okay.
It varies, maybe 8, 8.1, 8.2, somewhere in that vicinity. Just it's going to change a little bit throughout the whole, the whole property, but it's pretty high.
It is pretty high.
Yeah.
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 Last year we had an 8.6.
Oh, that's really high.
Yeah. And it was like complete crop failure.
I think most arid climates will have that. It's because the rain. This is what I've read. The rainfall doesn't wash out the alkalinity, so it builds up.
Gotcha.
That being said, there are some pockets around here that have like a perfectly neutral 7.0 pH,
Mhm.
which is like that would be amazing. But
Yeah, it would.
I haven't seen a lot of problems from the alkalinity.
I'm so glad you could still do a lot with it,
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen. I mean, other than maybe blueberries, which really prefer like a super acid soil.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of chlorosis in our cucurbits and sometimes the brassicas. So brassicas and cucurbits will have some chlorosis
Okay.
where the leaves will turn like bright yellow,
Oh yeah.
or they'll be like mottled yellow, like yellow and green. But
Mhm.
it's like a deep yellow color.
Gotcha.
And I think that's from pH as well, but it's only the occasional plant that's really doing that.
I see.
It'll be like 1 out of 100 plants will turn yellow.
Uh-huh.
So
So you still those other 100, so you're good.
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. What do you have covered over there?
That would be the exact same planting as this.
I see.
So we have a sequence here, succession. So, you know, well, we don't succession plant the kale so much, but the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the cabbage,
Yep.
those things are repeated.
This is so much food to offload.
It's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
a lot. So you have a farm store. Then how else do you get this produce to other people?
We are at the Kalispell Farmers Market, and we are at the Whitefish Farmers Market, and then we also work with a distributor out of Whitefish called Wicked Good.
Okay, yeah.
So they do buy some of our stuff, and then occasionally we've worked with the Western Montana Growers Co-op.
Okay.
There's various catering companies that buy from us a little bit. That's mostly through the store, but Wicked Good kind of does the restaurants, so we don't deal too much directly with restaurants.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a good number of outlets with all that? Or are you still
We would love to have more.
You would love to have more?
Yes, we would
Okay.
love to have much more,
Yeah.
but we're pretty comfortable supplying that.
Mhm.
And then, I mean, it would be fairly easy to take on more.
That's awesome that you have the means to do all of that and but I like to have somewhere for it to go at the end of the season too.
Yeah, yeah.
After all the work. Yeah.
Right.
How many employees do you have here about?
So we have 10 employees,
Okay.
not including my wife and I. So it's 12 people that
Working.
are working in this
Yeah.
operation. Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you germinate. Look at the setup. Look at these tables. That looks gorgeous. So is this the next seeding of like lettuce?
You know, there's like our 4th corn planting, and then we have like a 5th corn planting that's not even germinated yet.
Wow. So
And
you
then-
transplant all your corn.
Not all of it. We only do that when the weather's so cold that I don't think it'll germinate by direct seed.
Okay.
So, you know, when it comes time to plant another planting of corn,
Yeah.
I'll look at the forecast,
Yeah.
and if the daytime high and the nighttime low don't average like over 60 degrees,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of questionable as
Yeah.
if it's going to
Don't
germinate.
waste it, right?
So yeah, like sometimes I get to plant it direct into the field, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm. But then you have to go and pop each one of these out and plant it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's all just a by hand thing still?
Yeah.
Pop them out and put them in?
Uh-huh.
Oh man,
So
that's a lot.
yeah, and then these look pretty good, but we're starting to see some heat stress in here because it's getting
I
so
see.
hot.
Yeah.
Usually they're like really nice big plants, but
Uh-huh.
it's just too hot now.
I see you have a sprinkler set up above all this.
Yep.
Is that just for frost or is that how you water too?
That's there like in case we go on vacation and we need somebody to water the house, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's there just as a backup. I don't think we've ever used it.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's there just in case.
Well, it's nice to have those backups.
It was easy enough to set up. It wasn't difficult. I don't know how great of a job it would do, but it would put down some water.
These are nice too,
We
just
don't
out
use
here.
these anymore.
Are you serious?
And I'll tell you why is because every single time we put stuff out here to like harden off,
Yeah.
we get a hailstorm.
Oh, okay.
So what we do, and you notice the windscreens, right?
Yep, I see that.
So that's crucial, but stuff still gets kind of thrashed further off those windscreens.
Yep.
So we just use this unfinished greenhouse over here.
Oh, okay.
We use this,
Yep.
and boy, this is a rough space. But
okay.
it works. And
This is just to harden stuff off a
yeah,
little
this
bit
is
more.
just to harden stuff off. It's still plenty of airflow, but it keeps the hail from pounding it. It's not heated, it's not ventilated, it's just open.
Yeah, I see.
And
so they get a
I
little
really
wind
like using this space. This is like, we've learned that with a nursery operation, you could almost have like 3 different spaces. Like you need one for warm season plants, one for cold season plants, and then one space just to harden off. And so like your warm season plant space would be heated,
Mm-hmm.
your cold season plant space would not be heated, and then you have an open
Windy,
shelter that's just
yeah.
basically just for like super heavy wind and hail.
So you have
It's a water wheel. We use that, and then we We haven't used it yet this year, but we used to use this a lot more. This is a 2-row carousel transplanter.
Oh.
I actually bought it out of a junkyard in Michigan, I think, and then like rebuilt part of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this rotates around, and then you just taking the plants and dropping them in those cups as it goes around.
And then how's it? Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's a nice machine, though. Do you have like a roller frame over there that works really well? That just marks the holes for you, and we still use that a lot.
Yeah. So this one over here, that's just the like pops the holes in the
It
plastic.
just marks holes. It doesn't even have to be used on plastic. You can just use it on bare soil or plastic, but
Yeah.
it marks everything out, and then you can plant by hand. I think it's actually faster to do that than it is to use the water wheel, but that's just ergonomically much better because you're not
You're
like
sitting.
on your knees, you're sitting down. That actually waters at the same time, so that's nice.
Kind of does a bunch all at once.
Yeah, and like in the spring, we irrigate off of the river, so in the spring the river's real low, and our irrigation intake pipe can't reach it, and so the water wheel helps because it gives the plant some water. If we can't irrigate, that will water it for us.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then usually in the spring it rains enough that you don't need irrigation anyway. So this is the between the mulch cultivator.
Oh, I see. You can just kind of set the depth on this on both sides.
Yep.
What you need between your row. Do you ever catch the plastic?
Yep.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Okay.
It happens more often than not, but I mean, every time I go out there, I snag it at least once, you know. But it's pretty easy to adjust it so that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this thing, and you can roll right along. I mean, it's
Nice.
you know, you're going at least 3 miles an hour, so you can cover space pretty fast.
Yeah. How much space do you put between your mulch rows? So what does this have to cover?
Our bed centers are about 55 inches.
Okay.
So, and then our bed top is about 42.
Okay. Just is one pass sufficient is what I'm wondering? Or do you have to like...
For killing weeds?
Yeah. Using that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One pass, and then you have to do it again a week later, and then possibly again a week after that.
Okay.
So at least twice, maybe 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky, you get to do it just once a season, but every single thing that we plant gets gone over probably on average twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a lot easier than using a stirrup hoe or something.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for showing me that one.
We still have stirrup hoes though.
Yeah, they're still very handy, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
So what's this one do?
This is for bare soil, so like
Oh.
for things that I direct seed in the ground, so beans, sometimes I direct seed corn, carrots, beets, scallions. Those things we usually either plant 2 rows on a bed top, so 42-inch bed top, 2 rows, 30 inches apart, or we add a 3rd row in the center, so that would make our rows 15 inches apart.
Okay.
And this is what does all that. So this is really easy to switch from 2 row to 3 row. It's really easy to switch it and switch the setup.
Yep.
It's a pretty basic cultivator. I mean, it's not a real fancy cultivator, but it's effective.
Yeah, it looks like it. Is this set up for 3 row right now?
Yep.
Yep. So like right here, you could have a row going through, and right there, and then there's one in the middle that's probably kind of hard for the camera to see.
Yeah, 1 row would be here, 1 row would be here,
Yep.
and 1 row would be here. If I wanted to change it for 2 rows, say like beans I plant 2 row, corn I plant 2 row.
Yeah.
If I want to do that, then all I do is I flip these under,
Okay.
and then
the top teeth there?
it'll sweep that center row out.
I
Flip
see.
these. It would actually be this one and this one.
Yep.
I'd flip those over, and then they would snag all the weeds in the center.
I see. Or if you wanted it with just the center row, you flip the 2 side ones.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's nice. And then if you want to throw in spider discs on the bed edges, like on a raised bed, you throw these on, and it'll clean the sides of the bed off.
Oh yeah.
It just kind of sifts through the edge of the bed, and it just uproots all the weeds as it goes. It's nice.
Yeah. So we are at your rack wash station, and where you put all the produce, and what do we have here?
This is our walk-in.
Yep.
It's very cramped in there sometimes, but
Cool that you have it though.
it works. Yeah. And before this, we had one half the size. I have no idea how we functioned with life. It was crazy. And it's nice. It's got a wide enough door to get a pallet through. It's got a ramp.
Look at all this.
We use these plastic liners, and this really helps with shelf life. Otherwise, it'll dehydrate really quickly.
I bet, yeah. Is that celery in there?
Yeah. This all came out of the greenhouse the other day. When I say greenhouse, I use that term synonymously with eye tunnel.
Yep. I
So-
totally understand.
Nice. But yeah, a bunch of celery, and then
Very cool.
carrots came out yesterday. And then this is all stuff that we're probably gonna load up for farmers market tomorrow.
Gotcha.
This is our market trailer. So we just got this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And this works really nice.
Really cool.
The tables up top is key. They're usually the last thing to go on, so you can load everything. When you're breaking down, you can load everything into the trailer and then get your tables in last.
Oh, that's
Those are the last things, sure.
yeah. And they take up a lot of room standing on the side and all that. Yeah. So this is wash pack
Yep, this is wash pack.
and your farm store in the front there, which is like nice that they're together.
Right.
That's cool.
Yep.
And
And
then, oh, I see what you mean about the floor. So everything just kind of drains into the center here.
yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it drains into the center, and then there's a pump that pumps it out into the ditch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not that much water, but it keeps it wet in here. for
Nothing
sure.
with this equipment. Like,
Yeah, this is our wash line.
yeah.
It's really, yeah, that was a game changer. We got that a few years ago.
I bet.
That's our old walk-in that we used for like the first 15 years.
Okay.
And this is a freezer over here.
I see. So how many years have you been doing this?
This is our 20.
20 years.
Yeah,
Very nice. You've learned a lot along the way, I'm sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and still learning.
Yeah, always, right?
Yeah, it never ends.
In the winter, does it get pretty cold in there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's we have a heater like when we're still working in there, like November.
Yep.
We have a heater that just makes it so that we don't get freezing cold while we're working. We don't go all winter. It's just you're fighting the elements too much. So we just kind of shut this down after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
I see.
And then all winter it just freezes. It's just ambient temperature in there.
We focus on the animals probably in the winter.
Well, yeah, cows are the only thing we do have in the winter.
Okay.
Yeah, and then otherwise there's really not much going on,
Yeah, nice.
which is nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
No kidding, because you got a lot going on right now.
For sure. We have 3, I'll call them greenhouses or high tunnels, whatever.
Okay.
They have heaters. The heaters aren't hooked up. That's like something I need to do, but I don't ever have time to do it.
Gotcha.
But it would be great to have them.
Mhm.
But anyway, we have 3 of them. They are 32 by 195. And then we have 3 more here. These are all like 96 feet long,
Yep.
and this one's 20 feet wide. Those 2 are 35 feet wide.
And you said these ones aren't really planted, or they are.
They
newly
were, but I
planted.
filled everything in to like restart. We're seeding. We're gonna replant these like
Okay.
very soon.
Okay.
I did put some strawberries in the very first one today. That was planted today with
Mhm.
strawberries, and then this one is empty. That one has like 2 or 3 beds that have been seeded, but nothing's come up yet.
Okay. And then so in these 3, we have some stuff going on in those right now.
Mhm. Yeah. So this is cucumbers, squash, zucchini, pole beans.
Look at these doors. Those are nice.
Yes, I like these doors.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's planted like shortest to tallest to capture as much
The sun.
solar as we
Yep.
can.
Okay.
So there's kind of like a slope to the canopy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just it's all automated. Like the curtains roll up on their own, the vents all open on their own.
Very nice. Oh, the
Uh,
vents were open up on their own? Those
Yeah.
both sides?
We're on
Wow.
a controller.
That's awesome.
This right here,
Okay. Oh.
controller.
Windy.
Yeah, it's a windy spot.
It is a windy spot,
Yeah.
but that's okay. So we have zucchini. Do you know what kind of cukes are growing in here?
Katrina and sashimi.
I heard of Katrina.
Mhm.
Okay. You
Yep.
have a favorite?
Oh, I love Katrina.
The Katrinas?
Yeah, they're definitely my favorite.
They are.
Yeah,
Good.
they're super good.
How about the pole beans?
The varieties I'm not sure of,
Okay.
but one's yellow, one's green.
Oh, okay.
We grow them on this. I think this is called Portanova
Mm-hmm.
trellis. It's
Yeah, we're
perfect for beans.
It is.
It's
Good.
perfect. We grew the cukes on them the first year and did not work out well. So when these grow up and they'll hit the wire, and then at that point we have to start unspooling string every week and like dropping the
Oh.
plant down.
And then, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So as it hits the wire, so like this one, when this one hits the wire, actually when any of them hit the wire, we have to start moving them. So this one would cross over to this wire, then this one would take this one's place. That one would take this one's place, and everything shifts.
Interesting.
And then when it gets to the end, then this one shifts over this way, and then all these shift that way. So it's like a circle, right?
Yeah.
And then all the vines will lay down on the ground, and then at the end of the season, you've got like 6 feet of vine on the ground, where it it is continuously growing. Standard practice, I guess. But
Did
it's
you
interesting.
get frosted like end of October, like you were saying earlier? Or?
No, I don't think so. Like
No.
I think that we can get several light frosts and it'll never freeze inside these greenhouses.
Nice.
So I think in here it probably doesn't frost until like maybe November. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't do much in the fall. We kind of wind down. There's so much breaking down of everything to do.
Yeah.
You know, we build it all up in the spring, and in the fall it's like we got to tear it all down
Store it.
and
Not
store
lose
it,
it,
put it
yeah.
away. Even though like this will still be producing in September, like by mid-September, you know, sales are dropping off, kids are back to school, the farmers market's dying back, the store's dying back.
Yeah.
And so we don't really need this much. And people have had their fill by then.
Okay.
So you just kind of clear everything out. So this will go until September, and then we'll reseed it into
what?
like spinach and carrots and
Okay.
beets and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So in September, you change to the cool weather crops just because to get ready.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. And those will overwinter
Mm-hmm.
into the spring if necessary.
Yep.
You could probably harvest them in November. We stay open until Thanksgiving, so
Okay.
we can harvest stuff. We have a market for it up until that point.
Okay. So this is gorgeous.
We do beans in the field too, right? So this is just for the first part of the season, and then when these ones are done, that's about when we hope to have our field beans ready.
Mm-hmm.
So we have beans continuously, basically from now until like maybe October. I just tilled this one this morning.
These big doors are nice so you can get your tractor in here.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, that was like, you know, I mean, it was like crazy in here this
Yep.
morning, and then
Now it's
yeah, I had
ready,
out
maybe.
another 10 days to 2 weeks. This will be ready to do shape beds and get it going again.
Yep.
I actually stated it. I used a reciprocating stator, and I like that tool just for the greenhouses. I used to use it in the field like 15 years ago, and it's just really slow, so I don't use it in the field too much, but it goes really deep. So like it'll dig down, it'll push all the debris down deep, and then so it breaks down really fast. Everything breaks down super fast. You get a good deep tillage. So I like the spader for that, but a tiller would work fine. I just happen to have a spader, so I use it for that. This is the solanaceous
Looks great.
funnel, yeah.
Oh, do you know what kind of variety of eggplant you're growing?
I think it's called J-Lo.
J-Lo?
I think it's called J-Lo.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like a variety it's a greenhouse specific variety.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's indeterminate. And it is, I don't think it will do well in the field at all.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's one of these like fancy greenhouse varieties, and I can't keep up with the different names of them. But
We have never trellised like this on eggplant. Do these continue to get pretty tall?
yeah, they get probably like
Oh my gosh, really?
maybe like that tall. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, these we don't have to do any unwinding,
Yep.
but the tomatoes will use all of the string that's on the spool. The tomatoes will use all of that string,
Mm-hmm.
and those vines will actually be like, when we take them out in the fall, these things will be like probably 15 feet
Wow.
long. But
Cool.
this will be like maybe 6 feet,
That's amazing.
something like that.
Really cool.
Yeah, the peppers don't get crazy big. Like they stay like, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet maybe, something like
Mhm.
that.
Gotcha. Looks really good.
These are starting to produce now, which is nice.
I see you have on a double leader, it looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, double liter.
2 foot spacing or 18 maybe?
I believe it is 2 feet.
Is it 2 feet?
I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Those look really good.
Thanks.
Yeah. And it is not even July yet.
Right.
And your tomatoes are as tall as me.
Yeah.
And by our end of season, like, this is great for what we've been doing. So thank you for letting
Yeah.
us learn from you.
Oh yeah, our field
Yeah.
potatoes will only ever get like this tall. If they were staked, they would only be about that tall.
Yeah.
I mean, the determinants would.
The determinants.
Indeterminates would be maybe 6 feet.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And before we had these greenhouses, we wouldn't even show up to the farmers market until mid-July.
Yeah.
So now we can start at the very first market.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
for
nice.
years we didn't have these greenhouses.
Mhm.
This is our 3rd year with these. So we've had these
Oh.
for 3 years. But before that we were strictly out of the field, and this is added 2 months onto our season.
I see.
And then also helps, extend it into the fall by at least a month.
Yeah.
So it's three extra months of growing season
Mm-hmm.
having the greenhouses.
That's so cool.
Yeah, minimum 3 months. Yeah.
So you have like a big slicer tomato, cherries, and
Heirlooms.
heirlooms.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So these 3 houses that are the 3 long ones are in a rotation, and then everything over there is like in its own rotation.
I see.
So the tomatoes next year will be over at the very first house along the driveway.
Yep.
And then the chard and the kale will be in this house.
Okay.
And the cukes and the squash will be in that middle house where the chard is.
Okay.
So it's a 3-year rotation, which is pretty good. I mean, with greenhouses, you really can't expect to have too much time in between, your rotations. A 3-year rotation is pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Do you do anything to try to keep the soil productive inside of the greenhouse spaces since they're constantly, and like, do you add anything or?
Yeah, we compost it every spring.
You do?
We compost it. We still use fertilizer. And then I will begin fertigating probably mid-July.
Okay.
So if I'll start, you just keep an eye on the foliage, keep an eye on the vigor of the plants, and then when they start to drop off a little bit, that's when it's time to start fertigating a little bit.
What is your process for fertigating?
What mixture are you using?
Yeah.
So I have I use a Mazzy injector. That bag is sulfate of potash.
Yeah.
So it's like a microfine. It's really powdery, really water soluble, and see.
Oh yeah, like
0052.
Yeah.
Huh.
Plus sulfur.
Oh, okay.
18 on the sulfur.
That's good for our soil here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, potassium, that's your typically considered for fruiting, and yeah, I do that. I do Chilean nitrate, and I do vermicast tea. So those 3 things. So it's like a compost tea, vermicast compost, whatever. So like the compost tea, the nitrogen and the potassium, and I don't have any phosphorus other than what's in the compost tea. But this is so loaded with phosphorus, I think, from the compost and stuff that I think it's fine. The plants really, I don't even know if they need it as early as I start, like in mid-July, but I think by August they would definitely.
Oh, nice.
So we would need another line of wobblers and oh, it looks like they actually ran the drip. There's drip underneath.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so like with strawberries, when you plant strawberries, it's super duper important. When they're first planted, you have to have sprinklers.
Yep.
You have to, or else you're gonna have a bunch of plants die.
Okay.
Yeah, so the sprinklers are crucial.
You have
for like the first 2 weeks, so you have to run them like a little bit every day. We start running drip after the 2 weeks.
Okay, so first used overhead sprinkle.
Yep. Until they like really start to leaf out really well and they get like well established. Then I'll switch to the drip.
I see. Okay. Do you buy all these bare root from somewhere?
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of different places to get them. I usually use Norse. Yeah, these are double dug raised beds. So we ran string lines and then took a shovel and like one scoop goes on one side, the next scoop goes on the other side.
Really?
Yeah, and you just run it, and then when you do that, you end up with a nice raised bed and a nice good pathway,
So this is not, you don't get the like tractor in here.
Nope.
Or do you? No.
No, these are these are shaped by hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you were kidding. I'm sorry.
No, it's.
I thought
So the first farm I ever worked on, that's like I did this on like 2 acres.
Oh man. Okay.
Quite memorable. It's basically what I did as a full-time job.
So you said these are June bearing, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll produce next year. Is that correct?
Right.
And then how many seasons will you keep this particular patch going?
Just one. So we will pick next year and then take it all out and till it up. And then we'll plant it probably in like spinach and radishes and arugula and lettuce mix.
You picking all the runners this year?
In here I will.
Kind of
Yeah.
pick them off.
Yeah, in the field if we have time we will, but man, it's a lot of strawberries to pull runners off.
Yep.
Thank you so much for this tour. It's been like eye-opening to see the fact that your eggplant are this tall already and your tomatoes are this tall, and just to hear some of your process. I just really appreciate the tour.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, I'm glad that we could do this.
If you're ever in Summers, Montana, you should check out their farm store because it's pretty cool that they have it right on their property and all the produce is from right here.
Yep.
So that's really cool. Thanks for watching.